Assalamu alaikum everyone.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to another session of Names of Allah. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has 99 names, and whoever memorizes them will enter Jannah.
Okay. So, last week we learned one name. Can you remember what that name is? And Khadija can help us out.
Ya Latif, the most gentle.
Yes. Last week we learned the name Ya Latif, the most gentle. And this week again, inshallah, we're going to learn one name. And this one name comes very often in the Quran. It comes with the name Ya Latif. And the name is?
Ya Khabeer, the all-aware.
Ya Khabeer, the all-aware. Ya Khabeer, the all-aware, i.e. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who is aware of everything. So what do we mean by this? Have you ever heard the saying, Khadija, looks can be deceiving?
Yeah.
Yes, we heard the saying looks can be deceiving. So what do we mean by this? Well, okay, so what's this? What do you see here?
I see an old man.
Yes, so we look at this picture and we think, yes, we see an old man, we know what's happening here. This is just a picture of a friendly old man with a nice big beard. But looks can be deceiving. And what do we see now?
A young man.
Yes, we see a bit of a younger man, maybe someone with no beard, but who has lots of hair. So looks can be deceiving. Sometimes we might think we see something, we might think that we understand something, but actually we're not fully aware. There are many things that are hidden from us, many things that we do not know. But when we say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ya Khabeer, the all aware, Allah is linked to his name Ya Alim, the all knowing. It means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is fully aware of everything. What's inside of you, what's outside. What's done in secret, what's done in public. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is fully aware of it. So, let's look at some examples in real life.
So you might meet a nice man. All kind and everything. But really, in the inside, he could be bad.
Yes. So sometimes in life we meet people that they present themselves as being, yes, a very nice person, but actually they had bad intentions. Actually, their motivations are bad and inside they are bad. Okay? And what are the examples?
And maybe they try to hide themselves.
Yes.
From others.
So sometimes you might meet someone who intentionally disguises themselves. They're not good or bad, but they try to disguise themselves, try to be someone that they're not. Yes, and you might think that they're one person, but actually they're disguising themselves and they're somebody else. And sometimes, we might meet someone who presents themselves in a certain way. Like they show themselves to the world as being happy. They show themselves to the world as they have everything and they have, they're really happy and they don't need anything. But actually inside, they're very different. Inside they're sad, inside they're hurting. Inside they have very different feelings. So in all these different scenarios, when we say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ya Khabeer, okay, now we might see these things and we might be deceived. We might see these things and we might not understand what's really happening. But when we say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ya Khabeer, then what we mean is, that in this scenario, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will show you for who you really are. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what's inside of you. And you can't hide yourself from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what your intention is. So you can say outwardly whatever you want, but Ya Khabeer, the all aware, is fully aware of what's happening inside of you. When you say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Ya Khabeer, the all aware, we mean that you can try to disguise yourself as much as you want. But Ya Khabeer will expose you for who you really are. Ya Khabeer knows who you really are. And you can't hide yourself from Ya Khabeer. And we say that Ya Khabeer knows what's happening inside of you. So you can color yourself however you want to the world. You can present yourself however you want to the world. But Ya Khabeer knows what's happening inside of you. And because he knows that, you don't have to hide yourself from him. You don't have to hide your feelings from him or how you truly, what you're feeling on the inside, because he is already fully aware of it. So we should feel comfortable talking to Ya Khabeer, asking him in our du'as, because he is fully aware of what's happening inside of us, even if the whole world does not know. So Ya Khabeer, the all aware, Allah is Ya Khabeer, the all aware, the one who is fully aware of what's happening inside of us and outside of us, whether we choose to hide it or not. So, now that we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ya Khabeer, the all aware, then what does this mean for us? What can we learn from this name? So the first thing that this knowledge should give us is
comfort.
Because
in the Quran it says, "Does he who created not know, whilst he is the most gentle, the all-aware?"
Yes. Does he who created not know? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who created us. So does he not know? How can he not know what we are going through? Because he is the one who is Ya Latif, the most gentle, and Ya Khabeer, the all-aware. He is all aware of what we're going through, and then he gently shows us kindness, even though we might not be aware of it. The next thing is that it should make us be aware, because it should make us be conscious of our actions, because Ya Khabeer will inform us of what we did on the Day of Judgment. And finally, it should give us
motivation.
Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran,
if you disclose your charity, they are good. But if you conceal them and give them to the poor, it is better for you.
Yes. So if you give charity in public, then that's good. Alhamdulillah, that's good for you. But if you conceal it and give charity in private, then that's even better for you. So it should motivate us to do good deeds in private. Because even if nobody else in the world knows that we're doing it, we know that Ya Khabeer, the all-aware, can see what we're doing and is fully aware of it and will get rewarded for it. Okay? So Ya Khabeer, the all-aware. So, inshallah, let's practice our names. All the names we learned so far. Ready?
Yeah.
Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, Ya Malik, Ya Quddus, Ya Salam, Ya Mu'min, Ya Muhaymin, Ya Aziz, Ya Jabbar, Ya Mutakabbir, Ya Khaliq, Ya Bari, Ya Musawwir, Ya Ghaffar, Ya Ghafoor, Ya Qahhar, Ya Wahhab, Ya Razzaq, Ya Fattah, Ya Alim, Ya Qabid, Ya Basit, Ya Khafid, Ya Rafi', Ya Mu'izz, Ya Mudhil, Ya Sami', Ya Basir, Ya Hakam, Ya Adl, Ya Hakim, Ya Latif,
Ya Khabeer.
Ya Khabeer. So, alhamdulillah, 33 names. So carry on learning, carry on practicing, carry on memorizing, and inshallah we'll speak to you next week. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.